Duke Tobin at the NFL Combine today saying a lot of things that I think a lot of us would like to hear. Ron will join us shortly, or maybe not. Who knows? We're going to talk about everything that Duke and Zach were saying at the NFL Combine today, coming up next on Cincy Unfiltered.
Your boys are ready to go. You already know. Grab a garage beer, let's flow. No filter needed. Beer's getting deleted. It's the Cincy Unfiltered show. Let's go. Our boys are ready to go. Our boys are ready to go. You already know. Grab a garage beer, let's flow. No filter needed. Beer's getting deleted. It's the Cincy Unfiltered show. Let's go. Our boys are ready to go.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, the millions of people watching across the world. It's just my big dumb face for right now. Ron might be a little bit late. He might not come at all. We don't know. That's how the show rolls. So glad to see you guys here. Big Tiger, he's doing work stuff. He said he'd probably be a little bit late. He may jump in. He may not. I don't know. Or maybe he got a better offer somewhere else and he's leaving me in the dust. It could be that. You never know. So we're going to talk a little bit. Dude. Rolf, we've been live for a minute and 10 seconds. You already sent the super chat. I appreciate you, big dog. Drew Garrison is J.J. Watt's new agent, big times for Cincy Unfiltered. J.J. Watt was actually on the Dan Patrick show today and said explicitly that he will honor his commitment to come out of retirement and play for the Bengals if their goalie goes the rest of the season without giving up any goals. I think there's 13 games left for that guy. But if J.J. needs a little help with the negotiation, I can put our differences, our feud. The feud is one-sided completely by me. He doesn't know I exist. But if that happens, you just got to roll with it. Talking about Gronk, too. Gronk, talking about coming out of retirement. Is Joe Burrow going to send that text and not ghost him? Or did Burrow ghost Gronk? I don't know. Something like that. But Wedge didn't have faith in the front office to even get that done. So let's talk a little bit about Duke Tobin and his comments today. Duke was speaking at the Combine, and it sounded to me like he was lockstep in what Joe Burrow was talking about. It felt to me like he was on the same page as Joe Burrow. I don't know if you guys watched the interview and felt any differently than I left that feeling, but it felt to me like I want Trey back, I want T back, I want Jamar back. He was talking about Jamar Chase, and it sounded to me, I don't know if anybody caught this or not, but it sounded to me like he was saying essentially, I'm not going to quote him correctly because I don't have it in front of me. It sounded to me like he said, we're going to make Jamar Chase the highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL, and the deal's already done. It just needs signed. That's what I thought I heard. I thought I heard him say the deal just needs to be signed. I don't know if Chase is on vacation. I don't know if the Bengals haven't gotten DocuSign yet to maybe just send that via email, but it sounded to me from what Duke said, like the deal's in place. We just need the sign off on it. So let's get that shit going, right? I can look at the chat. I don't know if anybody took it any differently than I did. Duke got me fired up too, Greg. Shout out to Greg getting in the chat today. He did, dude. He got me fired up. I was hyped up. A little chub action from John Paps. That's okay. Totally normal. It's okay to be chubbed up over football. Nobody's going to say anything about that. Paying league minimum for what? Yeah, he'd come back for nothing. Swear sometimes life just works out for me. My childhood favorite player for my favorite team right now, and a 99% chance forever. Funny. You love to see it. That's true, Greg. No free ads for that company. What are we doing here, boys? A little Baja Blast action. But yeah, Duke talked and spoke as if he knew the plan was in place, the money was there. It was almost like he was confident, or he's trying to apply some pressure as well to Katie and Troy, excuse me. Maybe like he was trying to put some pressure on them because he's like, yo, I want to get it done too. Burrow wants to get it done. Everybody does. But we know who negotiates the contracts. It's Katie and it's Troy. So it felt like maybe he was doing a little bit of angling with them too. Chase is playing Call of Duty on Twitch right now. So if everybody leaves here and goes to that, I would completely understand. At dinner with Mama Breezy, can't hear anything, but checking in for a quick second to drop a like. I'll watch the show later when it's posted. Who they love you, Breezy. Enjoy dinner time with your mama. Wedge is prepared to rescind that once we got ink on paper. So I pulled up some of the tweets that I saw flying around today from the reporters about Duke Tobin speaking at the combine. So a couple of my favorites. Big day for Charlie Goldsmith. Love Charlie G. Shout out. But so he kind of started with everything Joe Burrow said, Duke Tobin agrees with. And that should be music to our ears, right? Like, okay, Burrow wants Chase back. He wants Higgins back. He wants Trey Hendrickson back. He wants Mike Gesicki back. So it seems like, sorry, I got a message. I had to look at that. It seems like they're all on the same page. And then talking about Jamar Chase, he said he's always going to be our top priority. He'll be the top paid non-quarterback in the league. We're there. Let's get it done. That sounds to me like, hey, we're good here. Let's just put pen to paper. Get off the Call of Duty stream, bro. Let's lock this in. Maybe, they're waiting on the new league year. Maybe, I don't know. They don't have anything that they have to wait on. They could do it right now. They also said Chase changed his mind last year when they were doing the negotiations. Most of you guys probably remember negotiations on a new contract ran all the way up until the hours before the week 1 loss at the Patriots that ended up fucking us over. And Chase changed his mind, is what Duke says. And he says, no hard feelings. It's just business. And he's optimistic that they will be able to do it. So that first set of tweets there from Charlie G, big Charlie G fan. Big day for him. Guy was on top of things at the combine. You'd love to see it. Big shout out to Daniel Alameda. Had a good clip from Duke. Also, him and Malik are out there at the combine doing their thing. Shout out to them. So the Duke woke from his eternal slumber and didn't see his shadow. I forecast 6 more years of the Big Four together. I love that. A little Groundhog Day action. The extension notifications are going to get hit harder than crack. I'm going to try my best to be available, either Ron or me or both, however it goes, to be able to go live when big things happen. Let's say T gets his extension. I'm going to try to hop on here. We can just talk about it right in the chat as it's happening. Same with Jamar. Same with Trey. Same with anything. We're going to try to, if life allows it, life gets a little bit crazy around here for the boys, but if timing allows it and big stuff happens, we'll just hop on here. We can talk about it in the chat. I'm going to look like the dude from South Park in front of his computer when the news of these signings drop. I'm sure you know exactly what that is. Michael Rolfe's out of control. I heard Duke Tobin laugh today, sort of. I thought Duke was Ferris Bueller's economics teacher in monotone. Bueller. Duke has emotions, and that's the biggest news of the day. It did, man. It was a different feeling from Tobin. It really, really was. He's usually, like he said, very monotone, very dry, but it seemed like he just had a little extra oomph in his voice, a little extra bass in his voice talking to the media today. And like I said, that could be confidence that all these things are going to get done, or it's going to be, hey, I'm putting pressure on the front office to make sure that we get this shit done. But it did. It just seemed different. It seemed different. Made it another day without being fired by Elon Boys. Dude got me hyped. Good day. Hey, man, glad to hear that. Don't want anybody to lose their job. That's a wild world right now, but I'm glad that you've survived up to this point. And then Duke dropped some good clips on you. So, yeah, it's a good day. What did you accomplish last week more than Elon did? All right, fair enough. Hopefully there are some cuts. Bailey 23249. Don't think I've seen you in here before, but shout out. Glad to have you here. Hopefully there are some cuts, and then invest in the trenches after they sign said deals if they do indeed happen. Absolutely, there's going to be more left that needs to be done. Like John Papp says, interior defensive line and interior offensive line is an absolute must hit in free agency and the draft. Absolutely, 1,000% true. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. He's here.
What up? Just your average, everyday piece of shit government employee working at night, causing him to be late to his show. How we doing tonight, folks? I'm happy to be here. Sorry for the tardiness. My country.
Look, I'm going to show you how professional this program is. Do you see the layout? It only has my name on it because I was going to be, the one by myself.
Yes.
I went ahead and made a backup because I knew you'd come through. So now we're both here. Same graphic. Professional.
What is it?
Michael Rolfe's already sent $30. He's out of control.
Okay, Mike.
Yeah.
I love you.
Guy's a loose cannon.
Mike, you forever have a place to sleep in my guest room. You're just welcome pretty much anywhere in my life. Just don't touch my wife. That's all I ask. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Fair enough. So while we welcome you back in here, I'll get back to the tweets in a minute.
Okay.
But there are some good comments. If Elon fires Ryan, he's going to go live for us. So we have another employee here. There's no pay, by the way. Just so well, there's a little bit, but there's a little bit.
Yeah. If Elon ends up firing me, I'll just do like a week-long live stream where I don't sleep, and at the end of it, you can watch me jump off my roof. How about that?
That's always kind of what I figured. Like if I get fired, I'm gonna start a daily this.
Why not?
Why not? Just while I put on applications on LinkedIn or whatever.
Exactly.
Exactly. I do need to address something that was very tough today. And, some people would be upset by what Chad Waits has done in the chat, but I'm not. Because that's what I need, is not a yes man. Michael Rolfe, you're a lunatic. I'm going to get to that next. I need somebody that's going to hold me accountable. I fucked up, boys. Didn't get the trash cans out today. Terrible. Didn't get them out.
Keep talking. I'm going to turn my lights on.
Absolutely got his trash out today. I lost. And I had to publicly tell you guys, because I've been talking my shit for a couple years now about beating his dusty ass on trash day. And I dropped the ball. I'm sitting there, I'm working today, and I hear the trash truck pull up, and I'm like, shit. I'm upstairs, so I'm like, I'm not making it down. I just got to take the L. I'm not making it down. Yeah. I just got to take the L. Wife is going to out me. I did have time to put him out too, and I just dropped the ball, boys. And I need people like this. He had the stomach bug today. He's got that flu that's going around, knocking people out left and right, and he's still got his trash out.
I am dying right now. I do not feel well at all, but we're here. We got this.
Ryan Sparks on Twitter told me that he flexed on me. So I was already feeling down on myself for missing trash day. And here he comes with like, yeah, I threw 2 bags in while carrying my child and got the cans down to the curb. And I'm like, bro, I'm already fucking hurt.
I will fight you.
You don't have to pile on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to take my L. That's a good time to talk about how thirsty I am, because I had to talk nonstop. And I gotta find it. Hold on.
You got it. You got this.
I gotta find it.
Drew.
Gotta find it.
Drew. Yeah.
New ad format for the Garage Beer ad.
Oh, you got your shirt on too. You got your shirt on.
Yeah,
Crack it.
T-shirt weather, dude. 56 degrees outside. I think that calls for a lime Garage Beer, don't it?
Sure does.
By the mic. Ooh.
That's a clean one. That was a really clean one. Take a sip. Garage beer, folks. We don't just sit here and talk about garage beer because they keep the lights on. It's legitimately cool, smooth, crisp. And I'm going to add a 4th thing in there. Badass, dude. You look cool drinking garage beer. They've got their classic light beer flavor. Let's point the right direction. And then on a nice warm day like this, bust out the lime, bust it out, baby.
T-shirt weather, shorts weather.
Absolutely. Talk about how they can find it, how easy they make it to find it, Drew.
Now, if you haven't found this delicious beer flavored beer yet, you can go to www.drinkgaragebeer.com right there. Oh, that way. Drinkgaragebeer.com. Go to the beer finder, put in your zip code. You're going to find bars, restaurants, gas stations, anywhere that sells this delicious beer flavored beer. You can go pick up a 12-pack, or you want to go big. If it's your first time, I say go big. Get the 24-pack, the hybrid, the regular lime, 12 of each, same box. Like I said last week, you don't look like a big drunk douche walking out with the 2. You can just one. You're just a guy that's ready to have a good weekend. Go there. And I've very cool merch.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Sorry to interrupt. I've yet to see the hybrid pack in the wild yet. My Kroger. No free ads. I do love Kroger. I shop there all the time. Shout out Deb from Kroger. You're awesome. She's
love
a lady.
Deb.
Yeah, Deb gives me all these cutouts and shit that are all over my office here. I've yet to see it in the wild because my Kroger sometimes doesn't stock it as well as I'd like them to. So when I find that, you bet your ass there's going to be some stupid video coming out on the internet.
There absolutely should be.
Mm-hmm.
Wedge fighting the flu. I know that. Garage beer is an over-the-counter free medication.
John Paps. It's the best beer. It's the greatest beer. Had a lot of beer. Let's not get canceled. I don't know. It just happens. But go get it. Go get the garage beer.
You absolutely should. I think that you absolutely should. Now, I do not want to take away or not highlight the now third super chat from Michael Rolfe this evening. The floor is yours. What have you accomplished this week? And did you CC your supervisor on the email? We're doing politics tonight.
Let's go. Let's dive right into it. No, I did not respond to that fuck ass email because my organization told me not to. So if another one comes out, we'll see what my organization tells me to do.
Boy.
But I will tell you this. I'm one of the good ones, folks. I show up to work. I do my job. I'm very good at my job. I love my job because I know the American taxpayer deserves the best out of me. Now, I have no problem drafting that email up, and I've already drafted the email up. As soon as I'm told to send it, I'll send it. But until then, your boy's falling in line.
I mean, I didn't know this was coming. We are live on X right now. Elon might be watching. Probably is. So good that you cleared that up.
Yeah, good that I said I didn't answer his fuck-ass email.
Dalton Stone, glad to see you here, man.
Who day, baby?
I still had time to put the – I already did that.
Right,
let him
Ryan.
know he needs it. We love him. You got to hold me accountable.
Yeah.
We do need to talk about this real quick. The Amarius Mims jersey, that's new.
Yeah. I got this for Christmas. Yeah, I think it's a quadruple XL. It might be like one that's his size, but it's going to be featured a lot this season because I think that O-line jerseys don't get the respect they deserve. And I was going to buy this myself, but shout out Mama Bangalorean. She came in clutch, and when I got to her house, she was holding it. Yeah, very strong pull. It was going to be this or Trey Hendrickson, and this is the one I got.
Well, Mims is going to be around for at least 4 more years. So.
Absolutely, dude.
At least 3.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Our relationship was started because I enjoyed Drew being an asshole to other people. It's only right I'm one to him. That's true. She didn't know she would get that also.
That's fair. Yeah. Well, you got to roll with the punches, Vic. You got to roll with them.
Greg, I hope you're still here. Garage Beer is a proud sponsor of Project Game Day. If you guys don't know what Project Game Day is, it is a charity that helps send adults with disabilities and retired police and military, I think firefighters, also first responders, veterans and first responders. They sponsor sending them to their first game. They have a great tailgate over there in Lot 1. Lots of good food all the time. All the garage beer you can drink. They have a cool draft event coming up. I actually meant to send a text to Matt. I want to get somebody from Project Game Day on here at some point to tell us a little bit more about the event.
Yeah, let's do
it's coming up next month. I'll coordinate that with them. But yeah, shout out to Project Game Day. Shout out to you, Greg. And of course, shout out to Garage Beer.
Yep. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
But back to kind of what I was talking about when you got in and we had to kind of welcome you back in here.
Keep rolling.
Duke was talking at the combine today, so we talked about kind of the top. We really talked about all of these. So we talked about all of these, but essentially I was just telling him how Duke was like, yeah, dude, Jamar, the deal just needs to be signed. He's going to be the highest paid non-quarterback ever. And it sounds to me like that's like send the email, DocuSign it, let's get it done.
Okay.
And then I was getting ready to move on to the next slide where there's a tweet from Joe Goodberry, very smart gentleman, computer brain, like I like to call him. It's kind of more on the first slide, but he said everything our quarterback says, I agree with. I want deals done. But what I really liked about this quote was, I don't want to just pay more money for the same team we had last year. We have other needs, and I want to go after those needs as well.
Yeah.
That tells me he's like, yo, we got to pay these dudes. But the job's not done then. The job's not finished. Shout out Kobe. Job not finished. It sounds to me like not only does he want to get those deals done, but he wants to look at how he can add other people. I don't know how much you've had a chance to really watch it or read up on it since you've been working all day. I left Duke's conversation from the combine feeling very, very good. I felt very good about what he was saying in the direction it looks like he's trying to go.
Yeah, I caught the highlights. I had a busy day, folks. Sorry. But seeing some of these tweets, like especially this Goodberry tweet, reading these kind of direct quotes, it sounds like someone who's ready to play ball. And it's not this, well, we'll see how the chips fall and, we'll see who we can talk to and get a hold of. It's no, man, I want to spend that money. And I tweeted it out, I think 2 weeks ago now. I want the checkbook emptied. I want the bank account emptied. I want the savings drained. I want the bikini car wash done. I want the extra equipment and the washer and dryer sold and more TVs sold to the public. I don't care if you're not using it on a daily basis, sell it and use that money to sign T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, Trey Hendrickson, and some of these free agents we're going to talk about later. Empty the freaking chamber and let's go win a Super Bowl.
Like this a lot. No pie analogies today from Duke. He didn't talk about the pie, how big the piece were, how we split up the pie. No pie talk. I love that.
Oh yeah,
I love that a lot. And then another one there from Charlie G. Big Charlie G day. I got a lot of his tweets on here, man. He was in his
good.
bag.
He's good, people.
They have to expect some negotiation because we're putting together a bigger picture, but we're not trying to insult anyone in particular at the top of our team. So what that tells me is the whole the feeling and the vibe that the Bengals just lowball these dudes and piss them off. He's like, I know we can't do that here. We can't try to slide some bullshit offer in front of Jamar Chase and hope he takes it. Yeah, so that was encouraging to me too, because he's like, it almost just seemed like he was like, I know that we don't have time to fuck around.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I like that because, like, let's face it, like business in the past has kind of, I mean, we've seen some of these offers, right? Some of them have been laughable. Some have been laughable. They've been a joke. So I do love them speaking and saying, I want to not insult these guys, give them what they're worth, and also use money to get other guys that'll contribute to the team. Talk is cheap. I want to see it done. I want to see it happen. However, this talk is better than the reserved, we'll figure it out and cross the bridges as they come. It sounds aggressive. It sounds like they want to get out there, attack the offseason, and win a damn Super Bowl because let's face it, the city deserves it. So they need to make it happen.
Absolutely. It was just not the typical Duke experience, and that was
fired up.
I was watching it live as it was happening, and I was just like, is this real? Is Duke talking his shit right now? Is Duke talking that cash shit right now? And it really seemed like he was. Yeah. So those are some of the tweets that I just kind of highlighted from what we took from today. There's obviously more tweets out there, more clips that you can watch on the internet. But I personally left that feeling very good about where things stand. And maybe I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. Maybe I got the orange glasses on. I don't know. But it's just from years of watching Duke, that was a different guy on there for whatever reason. It just felt way, way different.
It felt fired up. He felt fired up. He wasn't screaming, and you know what I mean? But it's like, it just felt like a man who's like, yo, we got this money. Let's use it. And it's like, there's no excuse not to. Echoing everything you and I say on this show, everyone tweets and everyone else says in the local media, the big media can go to hell. But it's just, he's echoing the sentiment of everybody that realizes that we have Joe Burrow and so much talent on this team, you can't squander it. I mean, and to squander it would just be negligence in the highest degree. So let's do it. Empty the friggin' chamber, sign guys, re-sign guys, draft well, win the whole damn thing.
Pork chop's not so convinced, alas, or also. It's probably also. It's the Bengals, and they specialize in bamboozlement. We could be being bamboozled. We could be.
You're right.
I've watched Tobin speak at every combine for as long as I can remember, and it just sounds different. There's no way Greg says there's no way Duke says all this stuff without consulting with the Brown family first. I would normally agree. I mean, he's been there since the 90s. They have a good relationship, clearly, because he's kept his job this whole time. But maybe he's starting to feel the pressure, and he's out there like, I got to put a little pressure on Katie and Troy myself. It's something that maybe could have happened. But I would probably assume that before he took the stage, he had kind of had discussions with the powers that be.
Yeah, there's probably a unified message, and he's the mouthpiece. But if he's going rogue, I like it. I like it a lot.
John Papp's talking about Jonathan Allen, who may be on the trade market. I do like that. Calais Campbell is a little bit old, but disruptive, productive. Go make a run. They won't pay Gesicki. They're just going to give Ron about $90K to wear a Gesicki jersey and trick us into thinking we signed Gesicki.
It would mean the end of my life on the very first play being hit because of the ailments I have. But you know what? Let's do it. I will take a hit from Patrick Queen across the middle if it means we win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'm starting to think maybe first ball you got to go up for that people might understand. Like that doesn't look like Mike.
Yeah. Look, I'm like the tip of the spear at work, right? I can move forward and execute and attack. But if you need me to go laterally or jump and try to, catch a ball and be coordinated, you got the wrong guy. There's a reason I'm doing a podcast right now and I'm not a professional athlete.
It's pretty valid response.
Yeah.
Wedge Gordon, his Gesicki take called him a priority, but also make it seem that he thinks Joey B is a tight end maker and Mikey G is replaceable. So they might get rough with Bingo Mikey G in the negotiations. It did sound a little bit like, hey, we'd like to have him back, but we've had lots of success with the other tight ends that we brought in. And I'm like, oh, is that him? Like, oh, I'll just go get somebody else. It could be. That one might get a little bit sticky, but like as much as I like Mike Gesicki and I enjoy watching him play football, I'm focused on the big three right now.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Mike Gesicki, no insult to him. I absolutely loved his play last year. I think he's a great addition. But he's definitely an afterthought when it comes to the cash we need to be spending first. You know what I mean? There's guys we got to execute on, take care of those guys, make sure they're set up and comfortable and can play successfully for us, and then talk to Mike and say, Mike, we want you here at this price. Are you willing to play ball? Yes. Let's go win a championship. No. Okay, man, have fun in fucking, I don't know, New England or Miami, wherever the hell he was. We'll go draft a guy. Yeah, exactly. I tweeted it earlier today. I am of the notion that the Bengals need to be looking at a tight end in this draft and earlier than the fourth round. I mean, there's guys in there that I think can be difference makers from day one. So we'll get to draft talk, folks. Not right now, but that's my tight end spiel.
D Knight, new name in the chat. I don't think I've seen you here before, man. Welcome. He wants to keep Geno Stone. I think that they will keep Geno Stone.
Yeah, they will.
I think that he came on at the end of the year, playing some shitty quarterbacks, but still came on, started getting picks, kind of got what I think that they were looking to pay for. So I don't think they move on from him. I think they're going to give him at least one more year.
Well, like you said, and in the latter half of the year, he turned it on a little bit when they simplified the defense and kind of got things together. So if we get, I said it, I think a couple shows ago, not podcast. Sorry, Vic, I saw your comment. If we get that level of play consistently throughout the season, that's great. But he's got a short leash with me. If there's like 2 games where he is absolutely playing terrible, we got to figure something else out.
Yeah.
Michael Rolfe. Jesus.
Michael Rolfe, dude. I want John Papp signed by the Bengals to replace Pratt at the linebacker position for the Bengals. He never missed a tackle at Newcastle. All gas, no breaks, and he still has it. No doubt. Hey, John strikes me as a guy that looks unassuming, but might have that dog in him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that, he might have that just straight downhill go mentality. I love that.
Trey Hendrickson. He looks like everybody's fishing buddy, and he's an absolute murderer on the field. Yeah. I mean, if we get that kind of player, I'm in.
That's true. Trey Hendrickson looks like he might try to sell me term life insurance, but he's a fucking psychopath quarterback killer, and I love that.
Yeah, he looks like everybody's tax advisor. I mean, he does, but as soon as he puts a helmet on, it's like, oh, that's actually a psychopath. I should probably get out of his way, 100%. Yeah. We have to run a giveaway here soon. We're talking about it, guys. Pretty much funded by Michael Rolfe, I guess, at this point. Thank you.
Michael Rolfe is funding the jersey that we're going to give away.
Yeah, we've got jersey giveaways. We want to do Cincy hat giveaways. Shout out Cincy Hat. You guys know them. Wonderful, wonderful organization. Built from the ground up by Ted Karras and his buddy Matt. Homes for adults with disabilities. We're going to give away hats. We've got I think Drew has figured out how to do it. I have not. I'm illiterate, so
I have obtained the money. I have possession of the money.
Good. Okay.
So the hang up was a lot of people do giveaways where they're like, to enter, subscribe to our YouTube and all that, but we want to figure out a way to take care of the guys that have been guys and gals that have been here from the start. I don't want some random that's just now subscribing on Twitter just because they want a free jersey to win. I feel like we got to figure out a way, and there's probably a way, and we're just not smart enough to figure it out, to run the giveaway for only the YouTube subscribers. And it's a good time to talk. D-Knight says, respect, I subscribe. It's a good time to let you know that we would appreciate it if you would like this stream. And if you're not a subscriber, please go ahead and subscribe. You can turn on notifications if you would like to get notified when we say dumb things into microphones. But it's a good time to ask you guys to do that. We're about halfway through the show. Click the like button. It doesn't cost anything. You can even send this to somebody, ruin their day. If you're watching on Twitter, send it to their DM, piss them off. They're like, oh, these guys, great, thanks. But, it could help.
Plenty of people that hate us. So, yeah, send it to the haters also.
I got a couple today, actually. A guy said that I try too hard to be funny and I often miss the mark. I was like, damn.
God, that's
that
like
that
film
after
critique.
Yeah, it was like such a like he enunciated that disrespect so well.
Wow,
and I gotta kind of respect it, but like it was also a real downer after the whole trash day fiasco. Then to read that, I'm like, man, it's just not my day.
That sucks. That sucks. Mike,
interested in my thought at Loveland at 17. We'll talk more draft later. I would like it because I love Colton Loveland, but I also know that there's so much other stuff that we need to do.
Yeah, there's a lot of talent in this draft at positions that we need. So
Wedge is working on the Mason Graham edit and the weed mask so we can drop to 17. I don't think that would drop them anymore. I think they're allowed to smoke dope now.
Yeah, I think they're good. I think it's good. Yeah.
Trey before all. I wouldn't say Trey before all. I would say Jamar Chase before all. Yeah. And then, like I've said before, if you put a gun to my head and I've got to pick Trey or T, I still got to go with Trey just because he's the only pass rush this defense has.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I want them all on the team, but that's the order I'm in there too. So,
yeah. And Duke also said, shout out Bailey. Duke did also say that he's not like actively looking to trade Jermaine Pratt, but he's not going to stop people from calling him too. Mm-hmm. So it's like, there's I'm not going to talk about what's happening, but like, if you want to call me, my phone's on.
There's got to be GMs calling about him. Like, he's had his struggles this year, but I mean, he was still a top tackler. I mean, his on paper stats look good. So somebody's going to call. Are we going to move on it? Who knows?
Yeah. So I think that probably ends up coming. Somebody's going to give up something for him. I don't think they're going to get a huge return, but I think somebody would give up something for the guy. Mm-hmm. Chop with some ideas. Have people type something in chat and it generates an entry to draw film. I was on a stream last night that did the same thing. I'll look into that. Okay, we would like to. Like I said, we would just like to give it to the people that have been here from the start before. Reach out to use it to try to get new subscribers. I would like to get a jersey in the hands of the guys that have been here since the ground floor.
100%, at least absolutely the first one. And then we'll start to look at maximizing our audience, obviously, to build the show out and get more of you guys in here because we love you. So,
yeah. John said he had back surgery last year, but fuck it. I'll go get him a helmet from the garage. Look for me at the Paycor practice fields tomorrow morning. See, just a guy that's ready to get to work.
Yeah.
No questions, no hesitation. Gonna grab the helmet, gonna hit the practice field. You really, really love to see it. Injury issues, hard pass on Loveland. I think he kind of just made a business decision this year. Wedge, I wouldn't make it to the kick portion because Wedge did suggest a punt, pass, and kick contest for the OGs. Turn it into content like Mr. Beast. Punt, pass, and kick. Could you imagine?
Mr. Beast of the Bengals. That'd be great. We could organize something.
Pratt will be traded to Indy for who? Are we going to get Quentin Nelson out of that deal? Because I'm all in, baby.
Maybe, yeah. But who's in Indy, right? Who did they just hire?
Lou.
Maybe, yeah, maybe. Use the connection. Who knows? Yeah, if Pratt in a pick or something or in a trade in order to get Nelson, sign me up. Yeah. Let's go.
Sign me up for Quentin Nelson all day. In order for Mike's mental well-being will be, I want T first, then Trey, then Chase. Is that just because you know that they have more years of control over Chase if they need to?
Yeah.
I don't think Chase touches the field without a new deal this year.
No, I don't know if he does either. And I think that like you said it earlier, I bet his deal's, just waiting to get signed and announced, to be honest. I bet that I think that was done early on. So
17 Sons here. Who Dey? Shout out. Who Dey back to you, my brother. Reunite Pratt with Lou and Indy Nelson for Pratt. I'd run it straight up. Give me Quentin. I've loved Quentin Nelson since he came to the league. Guy's an animal.
I don't know that they would. That's my issue. I think they would
Probably
want Pratt in a mid to late round pick. I don't think they would do straight up. So, but if we can make it happen, let's go. Let's go, brother.
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
She said, "Hold up, Wedge. Sick ass shoes." She's a shoe creator. Game Day KB. Shout out. She's green now. She's a member now. Shout out. Shout out for
I need to.
Love to see that.
I need to get a pair of shoes to her.
Those are the Cincy hat shoes that Wedge won. Wedge won those in the giveaway. I remember. But yeah, dude, get some shoes to her. She'll make them up good. She's local too. She's good.
Yeah, I need to get some just like white and black dunks, panda dunks to her, and let her go nuts. That'd be cool.
We got something. Me and her got something cooking. I'm not going to talk about it right now, but something's cooking.
Stir it up. Stir it up.
So now we can kind of move into the free agency kind of period. Ron and I decided that we were going to talk about 2 free agents that we would like to sign this offseason because we're getting to the point, the combine hasn't really happened yet. It'll all kick off tomorrow with punters, kickers, and long snappers. You and Aubrey are going for a car ride. Be safe. I love you. Stop at stoplights. Look both ways. Wear your seatbelt. All that good shit.
What the fuck
and if you wanted
was
to bring
that?
it was a garage beer burp, dude. They happen every show. Like
that was like a burp.
That
was like a burp and a sneeze at the same time. I
was trying to talk through the burp. Dog's pissed off. Dog don't like it.
Well, you just threw up in your mouth and swallowed it. Continue with the free agent talk. Go
hey,
ahead,
man, stop yelling. Jesus, everything's going to shit. There's a different sound going on in this room because the room that I'm sitting in right now, right before the show, I was gutting this room. I'm pulling everything out of it. Carpet is getting ripped out tomorrow and new flooring getting put in tomorrow. So maybe the acoustics made that burp sound different because there's not as much stuff around to absorb the noise.
Well, you sound good, but there was a loud throw up burp, so it made me
I didn't throw up. There was no throwing up involved in it. Okay. Dude, when you're putting down the beer flavored beer and talking, sometimes things happen.
The greatest beer on the planet.
It smelled like limes, I bet.
Oh yeah.
John, let me know they're going for a car ride back a little bit. Shout out. If she came back with Dairy Queen or some kind of sweet treat, I would not be upset.
Yeah,
for those of you who don't know, the Miamisburg, Ohio Dairy Queen is better than any other Dairy Queen on the planet. They're seasonal. They're back open, baby.
How many times have you had Dairy Queen this week? I've seen a couple posts. Twice?
Two. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Went back last night. Had to let the wife drive the truck home because I got the cherry dip cone, and I can't be fucking around driving trying to keep the cherry dip cone intact. She fucking hit the curb.
Your cherry dip cone was quite tall. I mean, is that a large?
I got the large for the first one of the season because it's like we're back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But last night I went with just the medium. I just but the first one I had to go big.
Yeah. I don't blame you. I've been eating cherry dip cones since I could hardly walk. So when I saw you,
I had no idea. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, you finished. I finished. Go. I finished.
I saw this comment. I just have no idea what it's in relation to. Mike Cannon says no scissoring. I don't know exactly what that means. I don't know what I've said. Dude, a dilly bar would smack right now.
I haven't had a dilly bar in a while. Yeah, it really would.
Smack right now. Maybe Dairy Queen shows back up. Probably not though. Because she's got the kid, and walking into the Dairy Queen with this Dairy Queen has no drive-through.
Yeah. Pork chop. This is a machine gun bipod mount. Why is that near me?
Keep on close.
Let's just say it's a work tool. So there we go.
She's answered because she hit the curb last night. I did have to buy new wheels and tires for my truck because I kept hitting the curb when I first got it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. It cost me a lot of money, but I got better wheels and tires on my truck than when I bought it. So Perfect. We're going to talk about free agents, damn it.
Yep.
We're going to talk about your first free agent. He's on the defensive side of the football.
Okay. You guys know
that's how we do it, baby.
You guys know who that is, right? And I think this is the second year I've pounded the table for this guy, and I get hate for it. I get it. Everybody's washed. He can't play anymore. He's never been that good. Let me tell you something about Chase Young. Trey Hendrickson is all we got right now. That's it. It's the only guy touching the quarterback. You bring in a guy like Chase Young, he finds a new home, a good locker room to take care of him, and his mindset changes. and he comes and plays football. Now I'm going to hit the pause button real quick because Michael Roth is donating his life savings to us. Go ahead and pop that up.
Jesus Christ, Mike.
On Saturday, I was overserved by me. That happens often at an open
We've all
bar
been there.
event at the Syndicate in Newport for my oldest grade school. So what I'm hearing here, I'm just going to dissect this a little bit, is you essentially got drunk at a kid's birthday party. I won a Mick Ultra pickleball set. Yuck, not garage beer. No free ads, Mick Ultra, sorry. Never played. And a Dewey's Pizza, no free ads, love Dewey's set. Giveaway for the chat. Mike, let's talk. We'll shoot you a message. If we're trying to give this stuff away, the people might like it. Let's chat after this. But
let he who's never gotten drunk at a children's event cast the first stone.
Exactly. But back to my free agent signing. Give me all the crap you want. Give me all the shit you want. But I am telling you, with our locker room, our leadership, Chase Young would find a home here and return to playing good football. Will he dominate? I don't know. I don't know that. But we got Trey Hendrickson. Maybe they bring in another guy from the draft to supplement this pass rush. Maybe Miles Murphy decides to take off next year. And guess what? If the next guy off the bench is Chase Young, I'm happy about that. Now, I don't want to pay him a ton of money. This has to happen at the right price. Probably 1 year deal. That's probably what it would be in my mind. 2 years, maybe. I don't know. Probably 1 year. And he can come in. And if he plays well, we keep him. If not, we let him walk at the right price. I think Chase Young has gas in the tank and would assist in the pass rush because you have to respect the guy. The teams would have to block him. And that would open up holes for Trey Hendrickson. And then when they realize Trey Hendrickson is about to crush their ass, all of a sudden, Chase Young is coming in, right? I get it, folks. You think he's washed, but I don't agree. I think he's got gas in the tank, ammo in the magazine. Let's bring him in, and let's win a Super Bowl.
This should make all the Buckeye fans go, 6 to midnight.
Right?
It's a former Buckeye.
Right?
It's a former Buckeye. And I agree with you. He came out in the same draft as Burrow. He's probably younger than Burrow, to be honest with you. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But people were saying, draft Chase Young over Joe Burrow that draft. I remember it was mostly on Facebook from uninformed Facebook people, but it was there. Go ahead and get them both. I do. I think that you don't want him to be your top or second option. I agree with you there.
Yeah.
But man, something I've always been a big proponent of for years and years and years watching football is a pass rush rotation. Fresh legs. I didn't see enough out of Joseph Osai last year to make me convinced he's going to be the number 3.
Yeah.
25. He's only 25 years old, dude.
He's got gas in the tank, guys. I just think he could
Definitely
come
not
in.
washed.
Exactly. I think he could come in and if he plays at a very high level because he's found a new home and he likes it and his head is on football and he's not injured, and maybe he can be your number 2 guy. But if you're number 3 guy, or I don't know, even 4 guy off the bench, even, which I would want him playing, is Chase Young, you're doing all right. So I want him to bring in Chase Young at the right price.
Yeah, I would not like that at all, or I would not hate that at all. I would like that. I'm sorry. I want to go back. Mike confirmed there was no kids at the event. He was not drunk around a room full of children, so that's good. Can you imagine if the Bengals signed Chase Young and traded for Jonathan Allen with Trey? Complete DL transformation, re-signed Osai for $3 million. Why not, dude? I mean,
overnight, you're better.
You got to replace Sheldon Rankins.
Yeah,
you got to replace Sheldon Rankins, who was cut.
We
all knew that was coming. It came out the illness he was dealing with, and everybody got pissed off because it was reported on the internet, and somebody told me I was going to get sued for HIPAA. And I was like, I didn't do it. A guy from ESPN did. Yeah. But so you do have to replace that in maybe a Jonathan Allen, a guy like that. They're going to probably trade him for not that much.
Yeah.
I'd go with it, man. I would. I'm going to switch gears. I'm going to talk about one of my free agent signings. Now I'm going to go on the offensive side of the ball. I know you've got another one. We each prepared too. I'm going to right a wrong here.
Oh,
I'm going to right a wrong.
Good picture.
Kevin Zeitler should have never left Cincinnati. They've spent more money and draft resources trying to replace him than it would have taken to just pay him. Mm-hmm. He went to Cleveland, went to New York, went to Baltimore, spent last year with Detroit. He's a little bit up there in age. You know, he's about to be 35, but he is still playing damn good football. He made $6 million last year. You might be able to get him for that or less this year to replace, sorry to say it, to replace Cordell Volson. You can keep Cordell Volson. He can fight for depth. He can battle with Cody Ford on the depth chart. That's fine. But Kevin Zeitler, plug and play, put him right back where he should have been. And just, oh, dude.
What?
Red Vines just tweeted me. I love Red Vines, the candy. Sorry.
Red Vines? Oh.
big Red Vines guy. Anyway, they can right this wrong. Zeitler, like I said, he's a little bit up there in age. Guy wants to contend. He knows he's going to come to a good offense. We saw what the offense did last year with bad guard play on both spots. Bring Kevin Zeitler back to Cincinnati. Right the wrong. He can play out a year or two here, however long he wants to play. He's probably on a year-to-year basis, I would have to imagine. Finish it out right here at home where it all started, where you should have never left. And I think the guard position, at least the left guard position, is immediately improved there. Immediately, even though he's a little bit older.
I agree completely. I have no qualms with us going and bringing Zeitler back. I think you're immediately better on the offensive line. Look at the cannons on this guy. A little bit older now, but $6 million.
Old uniform picture.
Yeah, exactly. $6 million. You get him for that or cheaper. Holy shit. Your interior is automatically better. And you keep Volson for backup purposes, because Volson has shown us he can kind of play, right? But I don't want him starting right now. Let's bring in another guy. And if we have to use Volson because Zeitler needs a breather or he's tight one game, okay. You got a okay guy, a decent enough, usable guy behind him. So
I think that we were looking for a step from Volson this year.
Yeah.
That we just didn't get.
Happen. Yeah, it just didn't happen.
And we don't have time to fuck around anymore.
No, we don't. We really don't.
This is a vet. This guy's been around. He's seen it all. Mm-hmm. He knows the AFC North. He spent time in Baltimore too. Spent time in Cleveland. He's played for every AFC North team but Pittsburgh. Let's keep that from happening. Let's bring the guy home. Let's solidify the guard position. You don't have to mold this guy. He's not a project. Just like they've done with the tackles. You know what I mean? Like, okay, we're gonna sign Orlando Brown Jr. They signed the Lyle Collins of the world. They signed the Riley Reef of the world. Finally, they drafted Mims. Looks like it's a hit. So good, but they can do that with the guard position now. Hey, we got to keep Burrow upright. A lot of the pressure issues that we saw last year were from the interior. This guy's a vet. He just has to learn Zach Taylor's playbook, and then he's there. You don't have to try to build him up. You can work with the young guys. The new offensive line coach can teach them jiu-jitsu and all that shit, but you can just plug him and play him. So I'm big on Zeitler.
Love it. I love it. Absolutely love it.
And you have another one on the offensive side of the ball. So I'm going to let you talk about your choice.
Yeah, buddy. We're staying with the interior trenches here. This is a guy, he's a multi-time Super Bowl champion with a team that we will not name. You obviously see that uniform there. He's played well. He's played well for them. We brought in Orlando Brown from them, who has been successful in the tackle position. Why not pair him up with another former player from a winning organization, folks? Let's just call it like it is. Bring him in. The Chiefs are pressing hard to sign Trey Smith. Let's steal him. Steal him from their clutches. Throw him on our interior or offensive line and go win a damn Super Bowl. Let's get better at this position. And Trey Smith immediately does that for you. Look, he's a top free agent. He's one of the top free agents. He's going to demand money. But guess what, folks? We have money. So let's go spend it. Pay your players. Go sign really good players. Make the offensive line better. He can learn jiu-jitsu, like you just said, and come in and keep Joe Burrow upright so he can complete passes to these studs you just signed. Let's do the right thing. Spend the money and go get first-rate players. Let's not wait till the chips fall, no offense, and sign the Reefs of the world. Let's go get a guy that can freaking play football.
And I think that this would be the Bengals have changed their ways. Signing. If you go get Zeitler for a cheap deal, cool. It sounds like Ryan says Zeitler's wife on Twitter seems to like the idea as well. Sarah Zeitler, shout out. Ready for a little reunion. But on the Trey Smith side, that would be the Bengals breaking their mold of not valuing the guard position because he's going to be a guy that you've got to pay good money to. Now, they did with Kappa. They gave Kappa good money at the time. So it would be kind of doubling down on that, I guess, and saying, yeah, we do value the guard position. But dude, he's young. I think he's 21 years old or something like that. Like he's
young. Yeah.
He's not that young. He's not that
no,
young.
yeah.
I got that wrong, but he's young.
It would be a splash. It would be a whoa. The Bengals just like really went out and got a guy at a position in need. And I want that this year. Like Orlando Brown Jr., that signing was a huge signing. Remember when they announced that? That was like, whoa, shit, they mean business. Continue to mean business and build the trenches out. Go out, make splashes, make headlines, steal players from the clutches of rival teams. Don't give a shit what they say. We play them well. They play us well. We've had amazing matchups. They're a rival team. Make a splash, bring in Trey Smith, and let's win the whole damn thing.
Greg says he's not against it. He just thinks it would be expensive. He's definitely going to command money.
Absolutely.
Chop asked how much is he projected to get? I don't know. I didn't
I'd
look
have
it
to
up.
look it up. I had it, but
I didn't look up the contract projection, but it
would be a lot of
definitely
money.
would be premium money. It would be premium money for a guard.
But we have it. Don't let anybody trick you. We can pay our guys and a guy like this and still get this defense rocking. I don't want to hear any excuses. We can do it.
If they do it right. I have seen enough of Joe Goodberry telling me they can sign the guys plus more. And
yes,
I'm going to be honest with you. If that guy says something, I'm not going to go fact check it. I'm like, no. I believe what Joe Goodberry just said because the guy's a genius. So
100%.
like, I take that as gospel. Yep. So yeah, I think that that would be good. That would be good. Now I've got one more that we can talk about as we kind of get toward the closing end. Somebody in the chat predicted this. I don't remember who, sorry, but Dre Greenlaw in Cincinnati to fill Jermaine Pratt's spot. Where's the same number? Just take Pratt off the back, put Greenlaw on it. About to be 28 years old, so not super old. Been in the league 6 years. Fast, flies to the ball guy. I expect a big bounce back from Logan Wilson, as I've said, who is one of the best coverage linebackers in the entire NFL. I believe he still leads the league in interceptions by a linebacker since he came into the league. I think that pairing Greenlaw with him is your more athletic sideline to sideline. I think he could do what they were asking Pratt to do better. He's a cleaner tackler, and I think he's a better athlete. He's faster. He moves quicker. And I think you just pair him with Wilson, slide Greenlaw in there, let Al start cooking up, some of the things that he's going to do. I just feel like Dre Greenlaw would be a very good fit. Made about $8.2 million last year. He's probably going to get closer to 10, I would say, on the market. I think he's maybe the top linebacker out there, unless you want to go for like an old Bobby Wagner type guy. I just have visions of Logan Wilson, Dre Greenlaw. We still got 55 and 57, and I just feel like Greenlaw's just going to move better. I think that's my biggest thing.
I love it. You're immediately better at the linebacker position. I absolutely love that because I agree. I think Logan Wilson has a bounce back year. He's due. Pair him up with Dre Greenlaw, and I think your linebacking core is one to be reckoned with. I think this would be a wonderful free agent signing. I absolutely love it.
I've seen D-Night put this in here a couple times. Jair Alexander, roll the dice. You want to talk about an upside move. If that move hits,
yeah, that'd be nuts.
Jair Alexander is a dog. And, there was some talk about Dax at the combine today. Doesn't sound like they know exactly where Dax is going to play yet, if he's going to be outside or if he's going to be inside in the slot. Maybe
don't understand that.
Like I was talking about last week. Because I think that they need a Mike Hilton replacement. I think Dax is the best one for that.
Yeah, how do we not have a plan for that guy yet? Jesus. But yeah, awesome. Yeah.
I mean, I understand that too. We're in like year 4.
Yeah,
but he was playing good. He was playing so good outside last year before. I
agree. I agree. So let's keep doing that. I don't know. It's just like Jesus. The guy was supposed to be insane. Why is he not solidified at a position yet? So.
Oh shit! Dairy Queen's on the way, boys.
Yeah.
It's a good night in the Garrison house. Good night in the Garrison house. He does hate Green Bay. He's not happy in Green Bay.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Ryan, who was projected about $20 million a year? It might have got lost in the sauce there.
Maybe Trey. Maybe Trey. We'll see. Not our Trey, the other one, but yeah.
Too much of a diva. He has had some diva-ish moments. I will say that, but I think the Bengals still have a good enough locker room culture to kind of rein that in.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
People are giving my wife their Dairy Queen orders in the chat. Greg, it's a long drive down to Cincinnati from here. It might be melted by the time it makes it there.
Greg,
I like
Greg,
Mike Hilton too, man.
Sorry. Go ahead. Mike Hilton. I agree. Yeah. I would love if Mike Hilton
I do
stayed,
too.
but it's got to be at the right price. But
he would have to take a discount. They're projecting him to get $11 million a year. I don't think the Bengals are paying it for a guy post 30. Ryan was talking about Trey Smith, $20 million a year for a guard.
Be a lot. But maybe he comes here a little cheaper because he wants to win a championship in another team. Bring him in, spend the money. That's what I say. That is a lot.
You kind of have to do that. So there are a couple free agent projections. Now we've got a few weeks until free agency kicks off. We can obviously do more of these. We're getting closer to mock draft season. Just kicked my camera. Sorry about that. We're getting closer to mock draft season and stuff like that we'll do. We're also getting close. We're 30 days away from Reds opening day. Ellie De La Cruz has been knocking the piss out of baseballs. I got to get us a red color scheme going on for when we talk about the Reds.
He's had some bombs, dude. Last game I watched, he went homer twice. So I'm excited for Red season also.
Holy shit, chat.
What?
Wife committed to the Dairy Queen. She also just sent a text. Skyline coming through too.
She's the best.
Dude, it's a good night out here.
Hell yeah, dude. That's great. You're crushing it. I might have to go get Dairy Queen now. Jesus. I don't think ours is open. I don't know if ours is open.
Free ads everywhere.
Yeah, for sure. Skyline, we'll give Skyline love all the time. But
opening day is March 27th in Cincinnati. Reds taking on the Giants. I'm going to be there. I'm going to try to do the entire experience. I want the parade. I want to hang out at the banks beforehand. I want to do the whole shebang. I've never done it. Very excited to go ahead and do that. Ryan's students graduate the same day legal tampering starts. I'll have so much time to pay attention to free agency. Don't let Elon see that.
Yeah. He might fire teachers. Also, shout out Ryan Sparks for being a teacher. That's awesome. I love that.
Chap says I'm going to get laid for sure tonight. I'm not going to press my luck here. I got Skyline and Dairy Queen on the way, so I'm not going to push for any grown folk activities. Also, something I do want to do for tonight. If you guys were wondering why there have been no texts from Dads tonight, Dad was in the emergency room earlier today. Little pneumonia that he's battling now. Nothing crazy. Not going to keep him. Doctor gave him some stuff. Told him to go home. Keep active. Keep your lungs moving and all that. But the text from Dad came through earlier today. Guy's tired. Guy needs to take. He's got sleep. I get it. Text from Dad earlier says, probably taking a pass for tonight's show. Tell my loyal fans I'll be back next week. He didn't forget about you guys.
I love that guy. Jeez.
I love that. I love that text. Get the all clear from the doctor. Hey, you can go home. Everything's okay. He's feeling bad, but it's okay. And he's like, tell my loyal fans I'll see him next Tuesday. Don't worry about it. Love
100%,
that.
100%. You got a lot of positive vibes for Pops in the chat.
Dude,
Pops,
the chat loves Dad.
Yeah. Well, because he's the best. What is not the love, dude? I mean, text from Dad is the ultimate segment.
And this is the very first comment on the stream. On the stream, John likes to get in there early. Likes to hop in the chat early. He did say that the number one chat goes to Papa Garrison tonight. So shout out to you guys. But he is okay. Just resting up. But I thought it was awesome that he was like, yeah, tell my fans though, I'll be back. Don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
It's very cool that he gets to be incorporated in this. He enjoys it a lot. So I like that.
That's killer.
Some would say that he does carry the show, Mike. I don't think you would argue with that. So I wanted to make sure to put that out there. And it's been almost an hour, and I mean I haven't.
Second of the season. And the Bengals go up again.
Why is that taking so long? Jesus.
I don't know. It just didn't come up.
We need to hit it sooner. That's our fault, guys. Sorry that you missed the gritty until late in the show. That's our fault. But we are at an hour.
I just gotta report Dad's watching.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Shout out.
Perfect. Love it. Like I said, we are.
I'm sure.
There you go. Yeah, we are at an hour, folks. We've talked texts. Not texts. We talked tweets. We've talked. We did. Duke Tobin's electric attitude on the mic. We've talked a couple free agents we might like to sign, and got that ever so sought after text from Dad. I got nothing left but a hoo day and enjoy your Skyline and Dairy Queen.
Dude, that's a banger. Now, there's a lot of housework that needs to be done around this place. After the Skyline and Dairy Queen, I got shit to do. I got a flooring crew showing up at 8 a.m. sharp. I gotta be ready.
It's late. That would piss me off.
D Knight, shout out to you, man. Appreciate to have you here.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think it was the first time I've seen you. Glad to have you here. You stuck out with us the whole time. Well, Tuesdays at 7, man. We'll be here more often than not. Lots of love, man. Lots of love from my dad in the chat. We love it. We love all you guys.
Yeah,
you guys are the
yeah.
best. He appreciates it too. So yeah, I got nothing left but to polish off his beer. Bounce it off my head. And get ready for Skyline, Dairy Queen, and moving furniture. Chop.
Oh,
I'm coming to the Project Game Day draft event. I will be there. I don't know. Ron flies all over the place all the time. He may not know his schedule yet, but
I'm
going to be there.
Yeah, I'm out of town, unfortunately.
Got some stuff coming for that event that I'm getting my hands in that will be announced at a later date. But we're going to get up out of here. Go spend time with your families, your loved ones. Tell them you love them. And always, Who Dey. I'm just buying time till I get to the video. I'm not going to.
Yeah, I got it.
Your boys are ready to go. You already know. Grab a garage beer, let's flow. No filter needed. Beer's getting deleted. It's the Cincy Unfiltered Show. Let's go. Our boys are ready to go. Our boys are ready to go. You already know. Grab a garage beer, let's flow. No filter needed. Beer's getting deleted. It's the Cincy Unfiltered Show. Let's